Welcome back to the Spitter Swallow Beer Review. Shagdog's here. Hey, we're drinking a Natural Light, the champagne, the new champagne of beers, right? I think more local small towns consider this their champagne of their particular town, more so than Miller High Life. So there you go. Why are my Let's get into this. Beer Advocate gives this one a 45, 4.2% ABV. American Light Lager, adjunct lager. Natural Light is brewed with a blend of premium American and imported hops and a combination of malt and corn. Its longer brewing process produces a lighter body, fewer calories, and an easy drinking character. Almost the same as the Natural Ice description, minus a few things. All right, let's get that in there. Show you how dark this beer is. I like to get all the light beers next to each other and see which one looks the lightest or darkest. That's not too bad. I mean, it's kind of pale, very pale and light, but it's got a little bit of gold tint to it. Looks more so on the camera, actually. Out here in Natural Light area, it's a little bit lighter, but yeah, look at that delicious beer. This is a good lawnmower beer. And if you noticed on the thumbnail, I put a couple of the old cans. I wish they'd go back to the old cans, actually, the old labels. I'm about tired of this. They copied Miller Lite. Miller Lite did it, back in like 2016 or whatever. They went back to the retro white can, and they're still using that. I think they need to go back to blue, and I think these guys need to go back to blue. Oh, gotta get a sniff. All right, we already gave it a look-see. Light gold, very light. It's still a little bit bigger of a head so far than the Natural Ice, so that's pretty good. On the nose, not really picking up a whole lot. Maybe a little slight corn. Very, very light maltiness. Very light sweetness. It's an easy drinking light beer. Let's do it. Cheers. I like how the Stormtrooper head is just above the can. Yeah, not bad. Very light, easy to drink. Slight corn, very slight filminess, like leftover on the tongue, on the palate. A light filmy type feeling, you know, foamy, filmy. Easy to drink. Not bad, actually, for a light beer. If you want to pound some beers. Oh, this one's hitting the gut already, and I'm like, oh, I don't feel too good down there. Natural Light break. Oh, someone's mowing their lawn. My neighbors, I think. Could be my landlord. I think it's the neighbors, though. I can't believe my landlord. I offered to buy a push lawnmower, you know, with the auto drive on it, so you just have to guide it, basically. It's a very small yard. But he comes over here with this big-ass tractor lawnmower, you know, the ones you drive, and drives it around. It takes him, like, less than 10 minutes to do the yard, probably even less than that. Don't say I didn't offer. Yeah, not bad. I don't drink too many of these beers anymore these days. The only thing I drink mainly, if I'm not drinking craft beers, is usually Yingling or during some seasonal beers. I like the Summerfest, Sierra Nevada Summerfest. I bought two because I usually buy 2 12 packs during the summer, but particular store I went to they actually had little 6 pack boxes, so I bought 2 of those. Never went back to get more, but that's usually my summer beer. This year didn't taste quite as good as it did last year, though. Yeah, but I figured, let's review a couple old beers. I haven't done this one in a while, I don't think. And what I'm going to give this is, for what it is, it's an easy drinking light beer. The only downside I have with this is it's just a weird filminess aftertaste. It stays there for like 10 seconds and then it finally dissipates. It's kind of a weird, probably toxic film, maybe. As far as taste goes, it's not really bad. It's easy to drink. There's hardly any flavor, but there's a little bit of a corn malty flavor in there. For what it is, I mean, most light beers and adjunct beers, I give a C plus at least. Unless it's really bad, I'll give C minus or D. But not too many beers I give an F to. I think only 1 or 2, maybe 3. I'm going to give this a C plus and a swallow and a quarter for what it is. A very good light beer. This may be the champagne beer of your town. Not Miller High Life anymore. From what I hear, people who drink this, if your friend drinks this and he's from St. Petersburg, Florida, it's the champagne of St. Petersburg. Or if you got another friend, he lives in Birmingham, Alabama. It's the when they're drinking this, you say, "Oh, I see you're drinking the champagne of Birmingham." Whatever it might be. Miller is not the champagne beer anymore. Natural Light. Yeah, I think Miller High Life does have a little bit more taste than Natural Light. But it does have probably a little bit more corny husk taste to it. Which I like Miller High Life. Not bad. I'm a little sad, though, being back in Florida. South Carolina, I get 40-ounce bottles of Miller High Life. Now I'm back to the 32-ounce oil cans that you can find here in Florida. No 40 ounces. That's kind of sad, but that's okay. It tastes different. Miller High Life actually tastes better out of the bottle. It's one of the few beers. It's a clear bottle. Tastes better out of the bottle. Kind of weird. I don't know if I ever had this one out of the bottle. Maybe a long time ago, probably. Certain beers you don't find in bottles anymore. You only find in cans. Yeah. It's amazing. This beer review would have been so much better with Jammer in it, but that's okay. I haven't seen Jammer Fan in a while either. I think we need to start recording our videos, especially when we start doing some same beers. I think Jammer needs to get back to his editing skills and doing some good edit like he used to. But he really don't have time anymore to do that. I mean, between his job, can't do it on a job like he used to back in 2012 or whatever, 2013. He edited a lot of videos at work back then. And between work time and family time, he really don't have time. Plus now he's doing his little side business. He barely has time to even talk to me anymore. But that's okay, I digress. Oh, Jammer, where art thou? I might do a drink. Oh, I guess beer is left in there. Whoa, perfect. Look at that. Jesus. See, that's supposed to be a 16-ounce glass, but you can't get 16 ounces of beer in there. I just filled that almost halfway. I mean, I had that much beer in it, so I filled it. Yeah. I think a lot of manufacturers lie. They save money. Say, oh, pint glass. Pint glass is supposed to be 16 ounces. I don't. Matter of fact, I'm going to measure water one of these days. I'm gonna do it right here on video. Get 16 ounces of water in a measuring glass, pour it into the pint, and see how many ounces you actually get in a pint glass. I only own 2 pint glasses, so I'll do it with both of them. Because I don't think most pint glasses made are pint glasses anymore. That's right, Tad. At the guardhouse. That's where Jammer edited most of his videos. I'm sorry I didn't see that if you're gone. Yep. I used to get on, what the hell was that Google thing they had back in the day? Google Plus. We'd be doing like a video chat while he was at work doing stuff like that. Talking to occasional people. You might have been one of them. But then he would tell me, oh, hold on. I guess he turned my screen off or whatever. Like, hold on, I got this asshole coming. And then all of a sudden I'd hear Jammer talk, hey, how you doing? Talking nice to, oh, yeah. Could have been you, Tad, there too. He could have been called. I don't think it was you, though, but he'd be like, oh, fuck, not this idiot. He'd say that about certain people. Now, certain people, he would, if I'd be on the screen with him, he'd be like, oh yeah, I got Shagdog on here with me. You know, certain people. Matter of fact, that's how we came up with the beer review name. We were doing the Google Plus thing. We started doing the beer reviews already. And I forget the girl's name that used to come through there. Hispanic name, Maria, I believe her name was. And we were on video chatting, and she was there. And we were talking about the name we were going to come up with. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm thinking either Big Head Beer Reviews, Big Head on a beer. And I just thought something else, Spit or Swallow the Beer, Spit or Swallow Beer Review. And she thought that was funny, and we just went with it. Hey, you might have been one of them. Yeah, I don't think you were one of them that he was saying, hold on, here comes this asshole. Yep. Oh, those good old days. Getting older, not wiser. But we're still doing beer reviews, man. That's the longest hobby me and Jammer had. Our first hobby doing together, we were doing the bowling. Everything included drinking. Oh, yeah. I think that was Maria, the cleaning girl. Since I met him, we worked at the same place. I worked in a different department. I knew who he was, or I seen him. Hey, how you doing? Never really talked, conversation-wise. Maybe a little bit. One time he was out with my brother in the break area, but I didn't pay him any attention. But I was like, okay, that's the guy from Quality. Yeah. Then one day, my brother eventually worked with him in his department for a couple months, and he left. And then one day I was cutting through his department. I had to make copies down there. They had the Xerox machine in their department. As I'm leaving the department, he's like, hey, do you bowl? And I'm like, not really. I've bowled a couple of times, but I really don't bowl. He goes, well, if you want to come, a bunch of us go bowling after work. If you want to go with us, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll think about it. He goes, we drink beer, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. We got off work at 7 o'clock in the morning. I think the bowling alley opened at 9, so we were there at 9. Started bowling and drinking, and then came along karaoke. They had karaoke at the bowling alley one time. A women's club had a special thing going on during a turkey shoot tournament. And the women's club brought in karaoke DJ. So we started karaoke at the damn bowling alley. And, which I'd karaoke once or twice before, one or two songs, but I never did it. That was like, this is like 1998. So I tried to karaoke back once in 1993, and yeah, that's probably about it. So yeah, we liked the karaoke. Then we started looking out for places. We first went to a restaurant we heard had karaoke. Went there, me, him, my two brothers. That was all right, but the place was more family environment. We were like, can't get really drunk and obnoxious with a family type restaurant doing karaoke. Then we found the bar. Start going every week. Matter of fact, after bowling night, we didn't go too much on bowling night because we had to work. But we started going once a week, usually on Sundays. And then we occasionally went to another bar, karaoke. And then we did that for years. That was like 1998 till 2003. I had my girl at the time. I moved in with her. Still went there, but I wasn't going as much as before. So that started to slow down. He was still going occasionally. He wasn't going as much as before. Anyhow, that was it. Occasionally we went there from 2003 to 2011. We started doing, before the beer review, we started doing bicycling. 2010, fall of 2010 till the summer of 2011. And then, make sure I get no beer. And then, it was getting too hot here in Florida to go bicycling. So by the end of June, beginning of July, we stopped doing the bicycling thing. And then my brother passed away at the end of July. When it came fall bicycling season again, I just didn't feel like going out again. The life was sucked out of me. But then Jammer had his little review channel. He was starting a website and a YouTube channel, My True Review, MyTrueRevu. And he's like, anytime you go to a restaurant, hotel, whatever, movies, make a little video about it, send it to me. I'll put it on my website and my YouTube channel. I'm like, well, okay. But at the same time, I was starting to watch people do beer reviews on YouTube, and I was like, you know what? I want to do a beer review. I see these people doing beer reviews on YouTube. I want to do that. He goes, yeah, do that. Send me the video. I'll put it on the YouTube channel. So I did that once, and then I did the second one, and then Jammer liked it. He went ahead and did 2 beer reviews, and then we're like, hey, we should get together and drink beers together and review them. That's how the beer review started. That was 2011. November is when we started our solo ones. We did our first ones together in December of 2011, and there it was. History of the Spit or Swallow beer review. And then, have we done any other hobbies since? I don't think. Have we done anything? I think this is about our longest hobby ever, that we haven't switched nothing out. Although we've done a few things online to enhance it or whatever. Now we're doing something different. I started creating t-shirts, and Jammer, as soon as I said I was doing t-shirts, he jumped on board and started doing t-shirts too. So we're both making t-shirts. We'll see how that goes. Which is pretty fun, the creation. Everybody's like, oh, the AI, that's not creation, artistic, blah, blah, blah. Well, it's coming from my mind. I'm not an artistic person. I can't draw or whatever. But I have a good imagination. And if I can tell a computer device my imagination, bring it to life, to me, that's artwork from my mind. My mind to computer to being laid out. Because there's things that I have made that I haven't seen anybody else make. So, really, it's my creation. I don't care if AI did it for me. They did the hard work. Yeah, they made it. But it came from my brain and thought process. Saying, hey, do this, and I want this, and I want this, and this, and this. And if it doesn't come out right, okay, well, that's nice, but change this, this, and this. It's my brain. I think even Jammers has some good creation on his, so, and I haven't seen any stuff like his either. Yeah, are we influenced by other things? Of course. Musicians are influenced by previous musicians and so forth, so cooks are influenced by previous cooks, But yeah, I like doing it when my imagination, this creation I'm making, comes to life. Even these thumbnails we do on AI for the beer review, it's my thought process. AI's making it, but I'm pretty much telling what I want with it. Yeah. You could actually say, hey, just make me a thumbnail. I'm doing natural light. Make me a thumbnail for natural light. And it'll make you a thumbnail. But you can tell it exactly what you want, almost to the T. You can say, hey, I want this, this, and this. You could actually say, put this in the left corner, put this in the right corner. You could say all that kind of stuff. And it does it the way you want it. It's not 100% accurate the way you're picturing in your mind, but it's pretty damn close. And I like it. It gives people who are not artistically capable, just not in their God-given talents, but people who have good imaginations but can't put it down on paper or some solid object, could use ChatGPT to make their imagination come true, I like it. Don't buy my stuff if you don't like AI. I don't care. Damn, I went off on a rampage. 2 beer buzz. Well, I guess Jammer wasn't even able to watch today. He wasn't able to join. He's not able to watch. Maybe he'll do his own beer review maybe Friday. I don't know. I won't be able to do it Friday. I got some things planned for Friday and Saturday, so I gotta meet up with Jammer. I got some craft beer from Georgia and South Carolina for him, so hopefully we could meet up soon and exchange some beers. He bought some beers for me like about a couple months ago, 2 months ago. He was gonna mail them to me, but I'm like, hey, guess what? I'm moving back to Florida. He's like, oh, I don't have to mail these. I'll give them to you when we get down there. I've been here for almost 4 weeks. We haven't exchanged a beer yet. It's kind of hard to, although the day I was moving here, he was in the area, but he didn't know I was moving here that day. I told him that weekend. But that's okay. I'll have to see if he wants to meet up this Saturday to exchange beer, or we'll have to do it next week. Not sure if I'm going to do a drinking and thinking video. I think that'd probably be it for today. No Jammer, no fun, right? Yeah. Well, I could probably do one drinking and thinking video. Why not? I got one Yingling left. Might as well get rid of it, right? All right, we'll be back on in a few minutes. Spit or Swallow beer review, Shagdog. See you on the next one.